Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes. Back again with another 5 things video. Today we are talking about 5 existing brewers to watch. And these are guys that I just think are on the rise, and you'll see why here. I'm going to give you kind of just a brief rundown. You know, I could do the easy, the Christian Yelich, Ryan Braun. I could do some of those players. But I think the guys to watch this season are going to be up-and-comers, guys who are going to be on the rise, had down seasons, that kind of thing, coming back from injuries. So without further ado, I start with number 5 is Cain. Lorenzo Cain was a Gold Glover last year. However, he did have a down year for batting average. He was injured a lot with the knee, the thumb injury. He just had a lot. He was beat up. He's going to come back from that very strong. He's going to have a great season. This guy's a 2-time All-Star. Now he's got a Gold Glove in Milwaukee under his belt. He was the ALCS MVP back when the Royals went. So he's a career 288 batting average. That speaks well. I mean, a 260 year is one of his lower years. I think 250 is actually his lowest career year. So I think that speaks well. I think he has gotten himself healthy. If you watched any interviews with Cain, he talks about how he really got healthy this offseason, changed things up, try to get better. So that's good for us. Number 4, and this is going to be one that's going to be one to watch. I don't necessarily think this is an automatic. I think Corey Knebel, coming off of Tommy John, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is his second. He was our all-star closer 2017. He had 39 saves at 1.78 ERA. Knebel's a competitor. He is a good player. He was a huge part in 2018 with JJ and Josh Hader. I think Knebel has the capacity and the ability to come back to that role. Just hopefully everything has healed up from Tommy John. He's been through it before, so we'll see. We will see, guys. These are all kind of wait and watches, but I think he's one to watch. Number 3 is Freddy Peralta. Freddy Peralta has been one of those transitional, him and Corbin Burns, who is not on my list, but are those transitional young guys that we tried to experiment and put in the starting rotation last year. Didn't quite work out. But here's what I got to say about Freddy. Freddy worked really hard this offseason. Freddy was in winter ball. Freddy pitched and worked out. And I've mentioned this so many times it's not even worth saying it, but I will. If you watch any of his Instagram stories, he's constantly working on getting better at his craft. I think Freddy is definitely one of the top players to watch. Just that alone, his ERA was a little blown up last year. However, his strikeouts per 9 was up. So I don't know how much weight you put on that stat. I don't know. But if he fits in the rotation, we'll see where he fits. He's got a new pitch that he's been working on. So he is definitely one to watch. I think he will be an integral part of this Brewers rotation going forward. Next on my list goes without further ado, another pitcher. It's kind of the theme here. Sorry. I'm going to say Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter had a phenomenal comeback last year, albeit he did not spend much time, and you're going to say, well, we'll pump the brakes, Eric. Limited sample size. I get it. But the guy, even before hurt, played the game with such tenacity. He's a fighter. I go back to when he hit that home run, that game. He's rolling all over the diamond, making catches. The guy is an athlete. He's very serious, takes the game to a whole different level as a pitcher. And Souter, career-wise, he's got a pretty decent ERA. I mean, he's got 3.63 ERA. 17-11 on a record. We'll see if he fits into the bullpen or if he ends up being a starter. My hope is starter, but again, that's okay. I have been wrong. My number one, this one goes without saying. I think this guy is just, he's a rising star in our organization, and he got called up last year. Limited number of games, got sent back down, and really came back once he got called back up and hit the tar out of the ball. Kesten Hara is number one. He is a player to watch. He's going to be exciting. 303 average, 368 OBP, 570 slugging, and 938 OPS with 19 homers. Now that was in, I think it was 84 games. So the guy really has a lot of skill, and he's hit at every level of the game. We saw that last year, and I think we'll see it again coming in 2018, a full major league season. Lots of good things to look forward to. So breaking down the list: Cain, Knebel, Freddy Peralta, Souter, and Keston Hara. Goes without saying, some of those guys, yeah, you expect big years, but I think these are the top 5 guys that are on the roster. Now, maybe I should have said this at the beginning, but I chose guys that were already on the roster for this video. I'm going to do a whole nother video about the new Brewers. So this is 5 guys that are already on our roster, played with us last season. Like I said, in the next video, we'll talk about 5 guys that are new to the Milwaukee Brewers roster. So, as always, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to these videos. Hit that like button. Hit the bell notification over there. You will see, if you haven't watched it, the last video, and then this next video is going to be the one that YouTube recommends for you. If you haven't already, share with your friends. And as always, guys, have a great day, and go Brewers.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.